Secret Lairs. They're one of those things that no matter how old you get, you still really, really want one deep down inside. And how could you not after seeing so many really awesome layers in cartoons and comic books and movies? That's Torian, he's not in this video, but I'm Nervous Nick for Screw Attack's Top 10 Secret Lairs.
Number 10.
What could possibly be cooler than building an entire secret science lab in your own bedroom? To a lot of people, Dexter's lab is like the epitome of childhood hideouts. It's got a time machine, a supercomputer, and room to fight giant slime monsters. Because sure, why not? And yes, Mandark's lab might be bigger and flashier, but look at it, that's not a secret at all. Dexter built a fully operational laboratory within his house and without his parents knowing. Honestly, Dexter's lab would have been so much higher on the list if it wasn't for how easily and frequently Dee Dee breaks into the lab. She literally does it in the intro to every episode. And also, why is one of the entrances to your secret lab under a rug in the middle of your room? If you ask me, it's like Dexter's begging for some hilarious hijinks.
Number 9.
So you know those apps that make it look like you're living on a tiny planet? Yeah, so imagine actually being able to chill on a tiny planet. King Kai's planet from Dragon Ball has got to be one of the most remote and private layers on this list. It's such a hassle to get there. First, you have to die, then you gotta be judged by King Yema, and if he deems you a good enough person, then you gotta run along Snake Way, which some have said is over 600,000 miles long. It took Goku 177 days to run that. Goku! But if you somehow make it there, you get an entire planet to yourself. Not too shabby. Now, there's nothing on the actual planet except for a single circular road, one house, and a couple of trees, and the gravity is 10 times stronger than on Earth. So maybe it's not the most relaxing spot, but I bet there are way worse ways to spend your afterlife than getting jacked.
Number 8.
The good old Ninja Turtles sewer lair. Besides what's got to be an unbearable smell, how cool is this lair? You crush the Foot Clan with your bros, and then you share some pizza in the sewer.
It's roomy, and it's well hidden, huh?
What other 90s crime-fighting anthropomorphic animal team had a cool lair like that? Besides all of them. Well, I mean, the Street Sharks had a pool table, the Extreme Dinosaurs lived in a dinosaur museum, which is genius, the Cowboys of Moo Mesa hung out in some sort of a silo or saloon called the Tumbleweed, and the Mighty Ducks hid the Arrow Wing beneath their hockey rink. So you know what? I'm just gonna put all of them here. You gotta love the 90s. What a time to be alive and mutated.
Number 7.
You know, while we're talking about the Turtles, this one really deserved to be its own entry. For everyone who grew up watching the 1990 movie, be honest with yourself, you would sign up for the Foot Clan today if you got to hang out in that sick lair of theirs. Sure, you'd have to put up with the constant smell of cigar smoke, but you'd still get a sweet arcade, an indoor skate park, and free Walkmans and stuff. So long as you're comfortable overlooking the, obvious mass theft going on, the Foot Clan is actually a great place for a kid to be. Think about it, a tight-knit community of kids to hang out with, a scary kitchen utensil to call dad, and you know that game Narc they play? It's about busting drug dealers. What a wholesome message to spread. I would join the Foot Clan just for the exercise though. Imagine how in shape you'd get trying to become one of their ninjas. The Foot Clan, doing slightly more good than evil.
Number 6.
We've gotten to a point where a villain's lair being inside a volcano is, it's a bit of a cliche, but let's try to go back and think about what a great idea that once was. Blofeld's volcano base in You Only Live Twice is one of the earliest examples of this iconic trope. To set up shop in one of the Earth's most violent and dangerous geological features is so ballsy. Is there a better way to communicate your evil agenda to the rest of the world? It's not subtle. On top of that, Blofeld's base is chock full of holding cells for James Bond, earth-ending missiles, and more nameless minions than any evil villain could possibly want. No, not those monstrosities. Although I would love to throw them into a volcano.
Number 5.
I don't know about you, but when I think about taking a break and getting away from a top 10 game, I picture a huge space for activities. Maybe a lake, a mansion to explore, and of course, a school where I can sharpen my deadly skills as a mutant. Unless I'm a lame mutant. Like Beak. Nobody likes Beak. He's a bird that can't fly. Anyway, the X-Mansion might be one of the most iconic lairs in all of Marvel Comics. To the outside world, it's just a private school, but under the surface, it's home to a ton of superheroes. It's the perfect HQ for the X-Men. It's got plenty of room for its staff and students, a basketball court hangar bay, and the famous Danger Room. If I suddenly became a powerful mutant that was exiled by my peers, I would take great comfort in Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters.
Number 4.
Space, the final frontier, and home to the Justice League's Watchtower. If Earth is your backyard, the Watchtower is the ultimate treehouse. And at the end of the day, aren't we all just trying to hang out in the coolest treehouse? On top of having all your standard layer stuff, training facilities, armories, laboratories, the Justice League satellite is also secure, remote, and it gives the team easy access to any point on Earth. It's made from advanced technology from Earth, Krypton, and Mars, so you know that hodgepodge is reliable. And hello, it's in space. It's a space base. Guys, there's no cooler place for a base than in space. I'm done.
Number 3.
12 Grimmauld Place, one of the most secret and secure places in all the wizarding world, and home to the Order of the Phoenix. Like, what could be better than that? How about a secret room located in a remote magical castle that can literally be anything you need it to be? Yeah, that would be better.
The room of requirement only appears when a person has real need of it, and is always equipped for the Seeker's needs.
The Room of Requirement came in handy for Harry and the gang on countless occasions, and honestly, I just want to hang out there. It's private, and it can change every time you go in. You'll never be bored! Need a training ground? Aloha Mora! Need a private place for your first kiss with Ginny? Lumos! It's not the right spell. Need screw it, a giant ball pit to relax all day long instead of being hunted by the Dark Lord? Accio, best magical lair ever! Just be careful not to summon the room with that charred corpse of a dead kid. No, I'm not making that up. That actually happened.
Number 2.
Yep, here's your obligatory Batcave entry. You can't make a top 10 secret lairs without Batman's super secret clubhouse. But seriously, when you think of secret lair, you think Batcave. And the Batcave has become an essential part of Batman's character. It's where the world's greatest detective goes to detect. But compared to, let's say, the Fortress of Solitude, which is equally iconic as far as DC lairs go, it's nice and secluded and all, but it's cold and sharp. It's all pokey. But the Batcave lives right underneath Wayne Manor. It's the utility belt of secret lairs. It's got the freaking Bat computer, one of the strongest computers on the planet. If Bats needs any information on anything ever, he's got it. And if he wants to run Doom at 3 billion frames per second, I'm pretty sure he could do that too. On top of all that, it's got all of Bats' costumes, his Bat weapons, his Bat training facilities, his Bat vehicles, and it's all wrapped up in a very consistent Bat motif. It's like Bruce Wayne was on a Bat-themed episode of Extreme Home Makeover. Move that Batbus!
It's number 1.
There are 2 elements to each entry on this list. 1, is it secret? And 2, how cool of a lair is it? So here it is, the coolest and most technologically advanced nation that is so secret, the world didn't know about its true nature for centuries. Black Panther's home of Wakanda. Yes, it's technically an entire country, but of all the lairs on this list, it's where I would be the most excited to go. It's got a whole city powered by freaking vibranium. It's got tech that can heal critical spinal injuries and provide Black Panther with awesome weapons for any mission. And this isn't Atlantis or some other remote civilization. Wakanda has been hiding in plain sight with the help of some seriously advanced cloaking. T'Challa's kingdom maintained the world's best-kept secret until they themselves decided to spill the beans. It is the ultimate hideout, and it's filled to the brim with the coolest tech Earth has to offer. Wakanda forever! For our secret number 11, we're going with Shrek's lair, because like onions, ogres have layers. In general, we love layers, and Shrek's lair and layers. On a list of layers, Shrek's lair is the only one that has layers. He wins the list of layers with layers. Could you follow that?